Welcome to the L Spot Show. I'm your host, Jessica Lanice. On today's show, we'll be discussing about the evolution of hip-hop and R&B music. Can we really tell the difference between a hip-hop artist and R&B artist anymore? Next, our reporter Amantha Chery will share with us some new looks to try for the spring with stylist Brittany Blue. Then myself and Camille will figure out how we will spend our spring break this year. But first, let's go to my co-host Camille J to find out what's trending in the evolution of hip-hop and R&B music.
Remember those 80s and 90s R&B joints? Like All My Life and Real Love. Hey, those are the best, and you know it. So soulful and packed with emotions, lust, love, and heartbreak. They had you really in your feelings. But do you think today's songs carry the same depth and emotion? First of all, what is today's R&B? Some may say it's a Drake joint, and others may say it's Chris Brown. But are either of them truly considered R&B? Drake raps over smooth beats and then busts out some vocals out of nowhere. And Chris Brown, that voice can definitely kill it on a track, but he's known to spit some bars too. Think of artists like Tory Lanez and Bryson Tiller, who came out the gate repping for rappers and singers. So where do they fall in the line? Hip-hop or R&B? Does there even need to be a line anymore? Have the traits of hip-hop and R&B blended and created a whole new genre? How about we call it rhythm and hop? Get it? All right, maybe we could come up with a better name. But do you think the evolution of hip-hop and R&B is just part of the culture? As anything in society, they adjust to the times. So does new technology and social media have a part in how people can create and share music with the touch of a few buttons on a little gadget? Has it made it easier for just anyone to create something catchy and become a star? I need to have a chat with Jessica and see how she feels about this whole thing.
Thank you, Camille, for these trends of the evolution of hip-hop and R&B.
Yeah.
So, of course, today is just us two, and I feel like we have a lot of opinion on hip-hop and R&B.
Definitely.
But based on what you just said, what do you think about the evolution of hip-hop and R&B within social media and technology playing a part?
Well, back in the day, you had to be able to create those beats on your own. So if you're creating an R&B track, you have to be, the piano has to be playing. You have to be playing the piano. You have to do all that stuff, playing the sax. Now a computer can generate those sounds for you. So you could be, all you need is the voice and tell your computer, hey, I want it to sound like this, and you're able to do that. So I don't want to necessarily say you don't need to have as much talent, but you definitely need to have a different type of talent than you did back then. Back
Right.
then, you needed to be a little more well-versed in a whole lot of different things in order to create that hip-hop or R&B track. And as far as like social media and stuff go, this is what I feel. Back then, everyone like, all right, I'm from Brooklyn, and you have to sell your music by hanging on a street corner, giving out, like, however you could really give your music out. That's how
Right.
you got your fan base. So you live in Brooklyn, you're going around Brooklyn. That's how you're getting those people. Now I could live in Brooklyn and I could send my music to someone in Japan, and now I have a whole fan base in Japan. So I definitely think it widens your reach in what you could do, and then I think it widens, like, so since you can have such a broad scope, like, you could create those catchy little songs and everyone could be on it, like how that girl did, what was it, Friday,
Right.
and she just made that song in her house. It got popping on social media, and now everyone around the world hears it. So I definitely think that, that social media has a play.
Well, honestly, if we really think about it, that social media most definitely has increased the range of the people that we reach to. But I mean, we had television, we had radio, so that was like the new, I guess, generation or the evolution of having a greater reach to your music and etc. So I think that it's always been there, but with social media, it just added a little bit more in the sense of you can engage more with your fans.
That's
So
true.
like music artists, they didn't have the ability to really engage with them unless you were doing a show or on television, a live shows type of thing, and then like you're on a talk show where you could talk to the guests like 106
Yeah.
and Park and stuff like that. But other than that, I think it kind of helps it reach a little bit more. But I think that hip hop and R&B didn't really change too much for the simple fact that hip hop and R&B always been around. Honestly, back in the day, or I guess like the late 1990s, that's when hip hop and R&B came together, and that's when like the DJs, they were the ones that put the two genres together. Because before, you just had your singers that did R&B, then you had your rappers that did hip hop. It was never what it is now, like with the Tory Lanez and like Chris Brown now crossing over to singing and rapping. Like back then, you stayed in your lane, but now it's like if you can rap and you can sing, then you're doing both. So it's like you don't have to share your money with another person on a track.
And you appeal to more people. You're
Right.
appealing to the singers who like that R&B sound, and then you're appealing to the rappers. And I would say that's why I call Drake like the Beyonce of rap, because he just has an amazing amount of fans because he's able to appeal to those, those hood guys, because he's talking about like, yeah, I started from the bottom, I'm doing this, but then he's also able to appeal to late night, oh, I'm trying to look for that girl leaving the club. Like, he talks about that kind of stuff, and that's like for the softer people. So I feel like he mastered that.
But
And
if you think about it, it's been happening. Like Mary J. Blige, she sings. Everybody knows her as a singer, but there's a few tracks that she actually rapped on.
through some bars, yeah.
Who else did that? Um, um,
But
Dang, I
why do
forgot.
they do that? Do they do that? Because in the earlier stages of Mary, she was like the heartbreak Mary, just singing,
Right.
crying on a track. Then later, because what's that song? Violate and cross the line. So that's a song where she actually spit some bars, but that was later when people like Drake were starting to form, people like Chris Brown are starting to form. So does she do that because that's like what she really feels that she wants to get out there, or is she doing that in order to stay relevant or to compete with
I
the
mean,
new age people that are out now?
it's a possibility, or maybe that was something that she always wanted to do. Because, oh yeah, I remember who the other group, Belle Biv DeVoe,
Okay,
the
yeah,
three that formed out of New Edition.
right.
So originally, part of New Edition, they were singers, but then now they perform Belle Biv DeVoe, and now they're like rapping and singing. So it's always been around, but once again, it was like a group. So it was more than one person
Right.
that's doing it. So you had DeVoe, who was the rapper, and then once in a while, Belle and Biv would rap, but they were mainly the singers.
And even when you think about the new edition tracks, even then, like when it's Candy Girl, they have a little rap in there.
Right.
So I guess it definitely has, like they had those elements. I feel now, though, it's like every artist is trying to make sure
Right.
they can be a crossover artist. They're good, but they have a little pop. If the beat is pop, but they're singing and then they do a rap in the middle. So I mean, it's up to us of like what are we listening
Right.
to? If we keep buying tracks like this versus solely going to R&B people,
Right.
they're gonna keep creating those things.
So, do you think there should even be a genre anymore? Because since music is overall is, changing, and then the accessibility of having the social media and just us being diverse individuals where we can listen to rap, we can listen to hip hop, we can listen to gospel, like doesn't even matter to have like a certain lane anymore.
I think keeping the authenticity is there, otherwise it's going to die out completely. So I think that we should keep. I'm not saying we should get rid of anyone that's trying to blend. I feel like there could be hip hop artists, R&B artists, and then those blends. Like
Right.
I think everybody can have their lane. What I'm nervous about happening is that people only go to the people that can do more than
blend.
one, and then people like now Neo, Trey Songz, those people haven't really, they were popping when R&B was popping, like for our age of R&B,
Right.
and they were solely making R&B, but then they see that other people are crossing over and getting money crossing over. They had to start doing something to cross over. I don't want to lose those artists. Like, I want to
Right.
make sure we still keep R&B artists alive, still keep hip-hop artists alive.
Right. But you know what? Thinking back to what you said earlier about Tory Lanez and Bryson Tiller, they kind of are able to reach two different audiences. Because, like, Tory Lanez, he recently put out a new mixtape, but he had two new mixtapes. He had Chapter 4, and then I think Toronto something. I forgot the names. But the Toronto one was I feel like that one was more for the guys, and that was
Like
like
the
straight
hood,
hip hop, trap, all that. But then for the Chapter 4, that was more for the ladies. So if he sold those 2 albums, let's say if he sold it, I think he would have made a lot of money both ways, and if anything, people would buy both albums if they like both type of music.
But then when it comes to people that don't do both, are they missing out? Because why would I just get the R&B when I could get the R&B and the hip hop from one person? So that's what I'm afraid of happening. I think it's great that, as a society, we're moving on
Right.
and getting better with things and blending and not keeping anyone in their lane. But I don't want to lose, like, the traditional
Yeah,
aspect of
so
things.
just sticking it to straight hip hop, R&B, and you can of course have your hip hop and R&B, which has never really changed, but it's
Yeah.
just that now it's like one artist
Yeah.
that's just like doing both, like they're multi-talented.
But get your money. So if you see
Right.
something out there, I got to cross over a little bit to get those coins, by all means, go ahead and do what you got to do. I am not mad at
You can
you.
do like gospel, hip hop. I mean, it's out there, but like you can do a little trap to it. I don't know. You
Some
can make
trap gospel?
some trap gospel. That might be a little bit
I
something
am not
different.
mad. Get your
Would you listen to
coins.
trap gospel?
Definitely.
Okay,
Definitely.
yeah, I think I'll
Sunday
listen to trap.
mornings.
Yes,
Sunday mornings. Turn up.
get your praises. Now let's go to our reporter Amantha Chery, who shares some tips for the spring on how we should dress with stylist Brittany Blue.
Hi, I'm Amantha Chery from the L Spot Show. I'm here with fashion stylist Brittany Blue, and she's going to give us some hot ideas so we can look great for our spring break trips.
I like a rock star kind of feel to it, and it's a denim skirt that has like the fringe, but the detailing of it almost looks distressed, so it's not just stringy, it's kind of look like shredded, and then it's a jumpsuit top that has a graphic of Jimi Hendrix, and the colors on it play gray, burgundy, so it goes nice with the Celine shades that have the burgundy, and then it's paired with this cowhide clutch that has pink, purple, and burgundy and blue, and that's a custom bag from this designer friend of mine, JG Creations, so definitely you got to keep an eye out for him. He makes beautiful, beautiful pieces, all handmade, and that's pretty much that rocker look. Oh wait, and it has a pair of burgundy Gucci open toe shoes that are to die for. They're suede and they're beautiful. So definitely, like, the shoes are the must. Then I have another look that it's a romper with sunflowers, and it's a little plunge, so you can wear it for like a boozy brunch or just during the day. I paired it with a pair of vintage Ray-Bans that have like the gold kind of, they're circular, really cute, with some Alex and Annie bangles, all gold, and with these Charles David heels that are beige neutral. So the entire look has kind of flow, and also the bag is the Louis Vuitton clutch that I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of girls have now. The bathing suit is a pastel dream. It has, it's a two-piece. It has purple, beige, and pink. It comes with pants that are like palazzo pants that have the same kind of color tie-dye, and the bottom of it has lace. And to pair with it, I paired a pair of, I think they're Jimmy Choo or Burberry. They're platform sandals. And the other option was just a pair of flats that have crystals on them, but it matches the whole ensemble. Not too many accessories with that, and just some shades, some blue shades that were actually very 90s. They have a little rhinestone on it with a heart.
I know you did the silk look.
I incorporated a silk number for the evening with satin Alexander McQueen heels, open toe, and a nice contrast of a beige and red, with this actually novelty China takeout bag, which has the embroidery, the Chinese kind of fabric that would be most common. It's red, and then it has green, and it's really, really cute. It's something that you can do crazy curly hair with, or you can do a high bun. It's elegant. The silk dress also has a split, so you get to show some leg. But yeah, that's kind of what I have set for looks.
And what about some must-haves, like on a trip? like, hats, accessories, glasses, clutches. Like, what are some must-haves and some colors that are definitely going to be in this spring 2017?
I feel like a bag, clutches are important. I think you need like one standout clutch that you can use throughout your outfits. Like that's why that's why I like the Louis Vuitton clutch so much, because even though it's like monogram and it has the brown, but that color and texture
with, like,
kind of goes with
yeah.
everything. I'm one of those people that I hate to overpack or pack too much, and I pack a lot because I'm like, oh, I need this with this outfit and that outfit and this, and each outfit has a shade and each outfit has shoes. So I think the most important things when you're going away is your fabulous shades, your sexy bathing suit, and you need like an outfit for nighttime, like something that's like, wow.
Thanks, Brittany Blue, for sitting down with us. We got to know more about you. We got to see some of your styles. And thank you. Ladies, back to you in the studio.
Welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed the spring looks that Amantha Chery and Brittany Blue shared with us. I know I'm going to try some of those. What about you, Camille?
I'm definitely going to try them, especially for that trip.
What trip?
The trip, I got an email saying that we each get $1,000 to go on a spring break trip.
Camille, that is fake money.
What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, so we're actually just playing a game today where we're going to see how much we spend on spring break. So we only have $1,000 to spend, and we have to plan our trip right now.
Y'all are annoying. All right, so this is why you guys need to support the L Spot show, so we can afford to go on a real trip.
Yes, fake money every day. No,
But
I'm kidding.
I can get down with planning one.
Okay, so like I said, we only have $1,000 to spend. And we each are going to choose, which would we would prefer to, like, make sure we spend within our budget. So, yes, 1,000. Like, we're on a tight budget right now. The L Spot, we strict right now. We got a lot, with production and everything.
Okay.
But, okay, so let's start with our first purchase. Which would you choose? Would you pay $50 for a China bus ticket to Virginia Beach? Or pay $150 to rent a car and drive to Myrtle Beach, or pay $200 round trip for a flight to Miami?
I mean, I love Miami. We only have $1,000. All right, Miami is for me. I'm going to Miami.
Okay. So how much was that again? 200. All right, so we're gonna give you $200. There you go.
Okay, where would you go?
I don't know. Okay, I've been to Miami before, so let's say I can scratch that out. I haven't gone to Myrtle Beach as an adult, so I guess I'll do Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
And that one was like, what, $50? Yeah. All right.
$150, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're renting a car.
Oh, yeah, I'm renting.
Drive.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive, and I don't think I ever did a road trip before, so I think that's a little different.
But the good thing about that is that you also have the car your whole time there, so you won't have to pay for like cabs or.
That is true. So I'm actually saving a little bit more. Okay, so
because I'm about to be in Miami walking, legit walking everywhere.
All right. So what is our next purchase?
Okay, so our next purchase would be. Would you pay $50 in a one-night stay in a hostel, or $100 to stay in Airbnb, or $150 a night in a hotel?
Okay, I know I'm not gonna do the hostel.
Yeah,
I want to be a little comfortable. I never did Airbnb before, but I mean
I've done it. So Airbnb is gonna be my choice.
But I do want to save. Because I don't want to spend $150 a night
in a hotel.
Even though I do like the perks of the hotel.
My thing is, though, are you really going to be in a hotel for that long? Like, the point of going away is to be out. So really, you just want like a place to lay your head. But
that is true.
Hostel is like, I've never been to a hostel. I don't even really know how. The way I picture it is like,
you're
camp bunk beds. Yeah, like we're all in camp bunk beds and it's like mad strangers. Like, I don't know if I want to be that. Like, I'll settle for that. So the Airbnb is like what I would do.
I guess on the sense of saving money this time, especially since we only have 1,000, I will do the Airbnb as well.
Okay, so I'm writing that in.
Oh yes. So we're gonna do.
I forgot how much it was.
Airbnb was what? I think it was 150. No, 150 for the whole time.
Okay, we'll say that.
Yeah, we're just going to say 150 for the whole time.
And I had a flight. All right, so next.
And I drove, right? I drove
Yeah.
Okay. So that was like 150. Okay, cool. So I'm already on to like $300.
Me too.
Okay.
$350 for me.
All right, cool. So the next purchase is, are you spending any money on a new wardrobe for your trip? Or are you gathering all of your clothes, bag them together, and just, I guess, hopping on out?
See, for me, it's like the photos. I'm thinking about Instagram, man. You can't. The whole point of going on a trip is so you can take some nice photos. If you go into this nice place, but you got the same outfit that you wore last week, then
Well, you just pair it differently. Like different
like what Brittany Blue just showed us how to do.
Exactly. So just pair it differently so you can save, your money instead of buying. I mean, maybe you could buy one.
Like, you gotta have a new bathing suit. I gotta have a new bathing suit.
You could do
Like,
that.
Don't have the same bathing suit every trip, Ma.
Well, how about you mix and match? Like, I know when I go on trips, I mix and match them now. So, like, normally they come color coded, coordinated.
Yeah.
But now it's like, okay, if I have a black bathing suit and a blue bathing suit, I'm gonna wear the black top and then the blue bottom. So maybe
I gotta
you could do
spend
that.
some money on that, man.
Accessorize, and then your hair is gonna be different, hopefully. So it'll look a little different. People are not gonna really.
I got $75 towards new clothes.
I'm going to save my money. I'll probably buy one outfit. So let's just say, I'm gonna say like $75 on one outfit.
I put $75.
One outfit, meaning one dress, one really dope dress, fly dress.
The shoes.
So I got plenty of shoes, so like I could find shoes to match.
You can
the
make
dress.
it work. All right.
So, yes.
So I guess now it's like, what are we doing there? Would you chill on the beach and get a tan for free $99? Or would you spend $50 to rent a jet ski, scuba dive, or parasail for 30 minutes?
Only because I never did a jet ski before, I'm gonna do that for $50.
I mean, I love the activities too. Like, you don't want to just go to a whole new place and do the same thing you've been doing.
Right.
And then again, those Instagram photos. Like, how cute would you be on a jet ski?
Right. So that's why I'm like, I would do that because I never did it, and
I'm
of course
doing
I
it
would
too.
love the photos as well.
I'm doing it too. Activities. And it's also the memories.
Right.
You're creating memories by doing
Because
those
what's the
things.
point of going away if you're gonna do the exact same thing?
Definitely.
Yeah. So I agree.
So $50 on activities. Get out, have fun, guys.
So what else should we? Oh, wait, we didn't do food. How are we gonna eat?
I'm starving on the trip. You're in a bathing suit anyway. I can't eat anything.
Well, okay. Well, I'm looking at my total right now. I didn't even reach $1,000 yet. So
I'm at 500 already.
So we can go out and eat. Maybe if we're staying for what, like a week?
5 days to a
5
week.
days?
5 days.
Okay, so 2 days out of those 5 days, we can go out to eat for dinner. Like, do one breakfast and then one dinner for that time. And then the rest of the days, we can actually just, like, buy stuff to cook.
I don't cook on vacation.
No?
I don't cook on
Okay,
vacation.
so I'll be the one cooking.
Maybe breakfast. But, like, I just want to be out. I don't want to be inside of the place. Like, when I'm home, I'm over a kitchen.
But are we
oven.
really eating? If you really think about it.
I mean, I
Because
really
if we're
eat.
on the go doing all these activities, like, are you really eating?
So this is what I do. Like, you could do like a supermarket run and get snacks. Like, grab some granola bars, grab some things that you could throw in your bag. My favorite thing to eat, like, especially on trips, is like chips and salsa. And that's pretty cheap, even though you can't really travel with it. But like on the beach, laying down, chips and salsa, like, that's good. And that's like my dinner.
Okay.
But I do like to go out too.
So I'm going to say for food-wise, we'll do at least for me, I'll do 2 dinners for that 5-day, and then I'll just buy, like, food that I can quickly cook and, like, probably just throw in a microwave if anything. So then that will cost me, what, like $150 for the dinner and just the food.
I like food. I got to spend $250, man. $250 on food. But here's the trick. If you go out to eat, especially for dinner, you better eat half of that meal, pack that thing up, and put it in the microwave. Okay? Then you got 2 meals. You got breakfast for the next day.
So wait, are we turning up for this trip?
Oh, definitely. Definitely got to turn up for a trip.
Okay, so are we buying alcohol from the liquor store, or are we going to buy from the bar?
No,
or
Mom.
Get table
No,
service?
Mom. We don't buy alcohol. We don't even drink alcohol at all.
Oh, yes. We don't do that.
No.
No. We're good kids.
But if we had to make a budget for it, then okay, I'm definitely a liquor store person. I cannot buy liquor from the clubs. Like, I'll spend money on food, but it's just so expensive inside the club. I'll go with the $75 at the liquor store.
Okay. So for me, I would go to the liquor store first and buy like a couple of bottles. However, I'm not gonna lie, even when I get into the club, I'm still probably gonna buy like another drink or two. Maybe 3.
Nah, I could be good. I could be good. So you can add that to your
So
budget.
I guess I have to say like I'm gonna say 200.
For liquor?
Yeah, for the week. Let's say for the week.
I'm
it's
just spending the
200 for liquor.
75. All right, so now, especially since we're going out, what are we going to do? Are we going to get in before midnight, while the club's a little dead, but it's free before midnight, or are you going to wait until it gets popping and pay $25 entry fee?
I'll go free before 12. Yes, I'm a little cheap.
Free before 12. Free before 12. You and your girls, you and your friends in there, you make it popping when you get there. It's 10 o'clock and y'all are popping at 10.
Exactly. And that's
so
probably
$0 on entrance
time.
fee.
Yeah. I think that's the best time to go in because you can kind of like scope out like what's going on.
Yeah.
Because I think when you go in when it's OD popping, it's like, wait a minute, we got to find our corner, our section. Like you already claim your territory when you get there early.
That is very true. So you need a spot to turn up.
Go before 12 a.m. Don't be the late birds trying to like take over people's spots. All right, so I have $225 left to spend.
I have $60 left to spend somehow. So maybe $60, or maybe I can pay to go to a club where I can jet ski twice or something. Oh man, but I wonder how you guys will spend your $1,000 on your spring break.
Yes, tell us in our video on YouTube at the L Spot Show and tell us how you would spend your spring break. We have come to an end. We hope you enjoyed our discussion today, and we'd like for you to share your input on our evolution of hip-hop and R&B with us on our YouTube page, The L Spot Show, under this episode. Also, it was great seeing the new spring looks with Amantha Chery and Brittany Blue, and I hope you had fun watching myself and Camille find ways to spend our spring break.
To stay updated with what's happening with our guests, our hosts, and the show, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at The L Spot Show. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, The L Spot Show, to see our latest episodes and some unseen footage.
We'd like to say thank you to our production team. Y'all always hold it down for us. To our viewers, thank you for watching, and make sure you too network and be recognized. See you next week. Woo!
To go over my part. Did you see how I'm going to sing in there?
Oh, yeah, I kind of changed the last part. I took some stuff out.
Can I press it?